Thursday, what's going on? So a few things. So we are in the middle of putting all the samples of the different styles of fence inside the retail area. So hopefully everything's done for this class on Saturday. Well, we'll be done. So there's that. We have this humongous job. It's like 2,200 feet. It's like 100 and I think it's like 150 grand or something like that. It's the biggest job that we've done, and then we find out last minute they delivered half the materials last week. They said we're delivering the rest this week, and then I get a call, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're delivering 150 of the 250 panels, so you're short like 90 some panels, and I don't know when the rest are coming in." So that's a great conversation. Um, so it is what it is. Um, so other than that, not a whole hell of a lot going on, except for, and I don't even know who watches this channel. It's probably not even the contractors that we supply to. But like I said, we have this. We've probably given out like I don't know how many, at least 8 jobs at this point, at least in the last 2.5 weeks, right? And so one of the guys was in the program, and I think so far he's got the one guy would like the one job was just shady, and we don't even know if he would have bought materials from us if it weren't for the fact that we end up calling the customer for some reason. It was just weird how it played out. And so there was that instance, and then there was another instance where he canceled a job, and then he posts on Facebook the job at around the same week that it was supposed to be delivered, the same town it was supposed to be delivered, the same looked like about the same job size, the same number of gates, all that kind of stuff, and he canceled it. So there was that, and then there's been other jobs where he didn't get it from us, and I said, like, look, to be part of this program, like, we want you to buy from us, obviously. Like, I'm literally giving you free money, jobs and everything else, and I just want you to buy the materials from us. And he's like, oh, no problem. I the only time I don't is if it's like a combination of materials and you just don't have it because I don't want to go to multiple places. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And so that he told me right after he had canceled, like right after he posted about the job that he canceled and blah blah blah. So then, of course, there's been more jobs that he, has put in that hasn't bought from us. And then there was an order that he just canceled, and we are trying to see if I should have parked there. Um, there's an order that he had just canceled. I'm waiting to see if he end up, um, post about that job as well. And so anyway, what we end up doing, and I wanted to just call him out personally on it, because why not? And sorry, I'm just back. So I got a few minutes, cool. So I wanted to call him out and be like, yo, like, what the fuck, right? And anyway, I had another conversation with him like 2 days previous, like right after he canceled this order, and it was because of this other problem, well, this other order that was an issue. And I said, "Yo, are you having problems because like we saw this other order was canceled?" And I'm like, "Blah blah blah." And he's like, "No, it never happens," and whatever. So after that, I'm like, I feel like I'm getting screwed over, right? And because one, again, he's part of this program where like there's no customer service, like you don't even have to do anything. It's literally free money because the way it works is like we do all the upfront work. We give them a price over the phone, a ballpark. We charge them $75 to go out. We get the measurements, we get the pictures, videos, everything, right? And then we shoot that off to the contractors and be like, hey, is there any additional charges for this, and blah blah blah. And they're like, no. So literally, you, without going to a job, you can quote a project in less than like 5 minutes. Like the videos are usually about 2 minutes long. You look at the notes, the measurements, like that kind of stuff. And then from there, you decide if you want the job. If you do, great. If you want to add any additional charges, like that kind of thing, right? And like I said, I think he's booked 2 jobs because of that. So like he's probably made like $3,000-4,000, right? And it's just frustrating because we have that. And then also like right after he placed his first order, I sent out this nice leather kind of like planner thing that was customized with his logo and everything else. I guarantee these other suppliers aren't doing half this crap. One, I know they're not sending them jobs like 100%, and the other thing, like they don't do like the extra stuff, right? And like, because I started doing this stuff with homeowners and stuff like that, we do like Yeti mugs and things of that nature. But like with the contractors, because they're buying so much, like I'm able to spend more on them. So I forget what it costs. It was like $80 for this planner, right? And then he's only placed a handful of orders. And then like he's got 3+ crews running, and it's just frustrating. So it is what it is at this point. I don't lose sleep over it. It's just we took you out of the program. So like at some point he's probably going to go unless he watches this, which I don't think he does because I've tried helping him out and he it is what it is. And so he's going to be like, yo, what happened? There hasn't been any quotes for me to look at. I'm going to be like, well, seems like you're not buying your shit from us. So why would I give you part of the program, right? So just find someone else to be part of it. So anyway, that's what we're at. It sounds like I'm bitching. I feel like I'm bitching. And I honestly, at the end of the day, I don't. It's just frustrating, but it's not something I think about constantly. Like for me, it's like in one ear, out the other. Like if I focus on something, it's like for 5 minutes, and then after that, I'm done. Just because like there's two mindsets. You can have a limiting mindset, and if with the limiting mindset, I could like be more frustrated, think about it more often, and like focus on the bad things in life. Or if you have more of an abundance mindset, you realize that there's so many other contractors out there, like the one we just picked up. Like there was like 5 orders like in 2 weeks, whereas he's been with me for like 3 months and he's put in like 6 orders, right? So, and I know jobs are going in. So it is what it is. So that's about all. I'm trying to think what else we got going on. So there's that. And then they're probably putting in the fence tomorrow, I'm hoping, but we'll see how that goes. But at this point, I'm just picking up my son, and then so I'm picking up my son, and then we are. I got to drop him off at home because his mom doesn't like him when he's running in the warehouse because he gets all dirty. And then so I think I'm gonna drop him off, come back, and see how the displays are going. And that's about it. So anyway, hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon.